Well, good morning, everybody, and this is very special, this event. And I want to welcome the Arrow back where it was built, created, and did such a good job. I think and unfortunately, somebody decided, we won't say who, I don't have to tell you, those that know the history of the Arrow, that it ended here as well, unfortunately. Moved out of Mississauga, now it's back home, back in its home, where its rightful place, where it should be. I think of all the workers that worked on this wonderful plane. You know, we Canadians are very conservative, and I mean E-conservative, small E. We don't brag about the great accomplishments that we have, many things we've accomplished over the years. We just don't brag about it. We sit back and say, oh yeah. But you know, we got a lot to be proud of. And the AVRO is one. Very proud that it was built here. And built by the hands and the efforts of a lot of people. There's one gentleman in the audience that I got to welcome back, and that's Mr. Schenkman, who bought this International Center. Stand up, man. When the aircraft industry went down, he saw the future here. He had a vision of building an exhibition area. And I'll tell you that they used to call it the Toronto International Center, and I changed it. It is the Mississauga International Center, like the airport is the Mississauga International Airport. Really, it is the Malton Airport. It's the Malton Airport, because that's where it started. A little Malton Airport that's turned in now to an international airport, the largest in Canada. You see the great things that happen in Mississauga, and Canada takes credit for it, which is just great. So today it's a very important piece of our nation's history, this AVRO plane. Nation's history. Not just Mississauga, not the province of Ontario, but Canada. And that's what we're celebrating today, welcoming it back home. And the AVRO, you know, a cast of suppliers, manufacturers, and thousands of Canadian workers worked on this site here in Malton. Malton was the center of the aerospace industry. And by the way, I want you to know, we're getting back into the aerospace industry in Mississauga. I had a round table the other morning of 10 to 12 companies. The Japanese are looking to Mississauga to get involved in a major way in the aerospace industry. So it's coming back, Alan. We may have to take your place over. But no way. Because the international centers become such a fantastic facility for the largest farm equipment display internationally. The largest in the world is held on this site, the largest. And it brings people from all over the world, all over Canada, the United States, to the city of Mississauga, this site, the International Center. So today it's it's very special for me because I've seen it when it was an aircraft industry, and now I've seen it turn into an international, world-famous exhibition area, and now a beautiful banquet hall under the direction of Preston here, who is, by the way, Alan, doing a great job for you. Great job. So, here we are today, all excited. I'm sure you all are. Open doors, well that's only, yeah, it is the officially open doors. But today is far more important, the history of this site, the history of the AVRO, and the fact that it's back home, where it should be, right here in the Malton community. You know, the Malton community is a very important part of Mississauga, very important part. A lot of things happen in this Malton community. I'm sure that the Malton people that are here today are very proud of the fact that they were the international aerospace place many years ago. And so, welcome home, AVRO. You know, if I had my license, I'd fly it, because it's almost as old as I am. Right? So, folks, let's celebrate our past, which we're very proud of in the city of Mississauga. Think of the things we've accomplished. The hard work, the dedication, the commitment, and the vision of many people. So, proud of our past and great hope in our future. Have a great day.
The Arrow-1, Canada's first supersonic fighter plane, is ready to fly after 5 years of work and planning by 5,000 people at AVRO of Canada near Toronto. Now, $200 million and 17,000 blueprints later, the plane taxis out for flight testing with Chief Test Pilot Jan Zurikowski at the controls.
7.8 for takeoff instructions.
Roger, thank you.
Runway 23, no delay.
Roger.
513, 539, clear to position and hold 32.
The two chase planes are off first, one a CF-100 and the other a Sabre. The CF-100 is piloted by a wartime squadron mate of Jan Zurikowski, Spud Patoki. On the ground, all is tense and ready. In the cockpit, the pilot eases the throttles forward and the Arrow starts down the runway. The plane roars off the ground on her maiden flight. The Arrow rockets skyward, pushed by American-made turbines to generate twice the power of the Queen Mary's engines.
The elevator is about 3 degrees or 4 degrees up as far as I can see from here. Ailerons are nice and fresh.
The Arrow type of fighter will later be equipped with Canadian Iroquois jet engines, the most powerful in the world when they're available. The marriage between this radically new design in planes and the Iroquois engine is expected to make the Arrow one of the world's fastest operational aircraft, with speeds of twice that of sound.
201 from Sept. The rudder is whipping about I should say, about an inch.
The Arrow has 38,000 parts and a special refrigeration plant to keep the pilot from frying at supersonic speeds.
The engines are behaving quite nicely. They are occasionally giving you a bit of a black puff of smoke coming out of the can, but otherwise I can see there is no problem. Alarm now. The probe here seems to be quite normal. Yes, no problem.
The Arrow checks out in its first airborne test, but only a small fraction of the plane's potential has been tested. Over many months to come, the plane will ease up to and over the sound barrier and further beyond with the mighty Iroquois turbine. Though the Arrow is a fighter, it has been designed with a bomb bay that will hold a nuclear warhead weapon. It also has reserve fuel tanks that will give a long range on a combat mission. How long is not yet specified. A new weapon of defense has been added to the arsenal of the Western world.